Hey everybody, going to be showing you how to work on DTS. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to make sure to make you understand that I'm going to do these videos in a series. I'm using a borrowed version or a cheap software online. It only allows me 3 minutes per session. So we're going to cut these in little chunks to make sure that you are getting the most out of how to use DTS, especially now that it's got this new interface, new system. It's really just an update to the software. It doesn't have a whole lot to do with the function of it, but it can be a little bit confusing if you've never used it. So for this first video, I really just want you guys to understand traveler setup. You'll see probably when you log in, this is after you've logged in this screen here, you'll see official travel, and you won't see official travel others unless you're an NDEA like I am, and I can do other people's DTS. You'll see official travel and traveler setup. Traveler setup is going to be extremely important before you start your DTS for 3 reasons. One, your emails. You need to make sure that you have a personal email that you check often or are able to see often. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to go to update personal profile, and the next these 3 things you'll do there. So one is make sure you have a good email in there. So you'll get emails about authorizations when you put them in, vouchers when you come back home. 2, make sure that you have your government travel card, the most up-to-date card number, and also the expiration date placed into that particular section. You'll see it in there. And lastly, make sure that whatever bank you use, the most up-to-date personal banking information is there. So your banking number and the routing number for that. It helps a lot because let's say you get to the airport and you didn't have an email that in there that maybe it goes to your Army email. And so now what happens is you have that sent to your Army email, and maybe your GTC had the 1 wrong number, 2 wrong numbers, but you didn't catch that. So you get to the airport, maybe you drove an hour to get to the airport, didn't realize it wasn't paid for. Now your DTS it's not working. The flight's not set up. So it becomes a real issue. I've seen it happen. So just ensuring that your traveler setup is right is going to be a big deal. Also, make sure that your known traveler number, which is your DODID number, is put in there. When you start a new authorization, if it's not in there, it will update that. It'll ask you to update that, so that way you can get the TSA pre-check. So this is the first video. It's basically just traveler setup and making sure you update that personal information so that when you're continuing through the rest of your DTS, you can be sure that you're going to get emails and that your flights or your any other reservations you have will be paid for successfully.